mud here. I'm at this spectacular Spiro Mounds visitor center in Oklahoma, checking out their recreations of and artifacts from the Spiro Mounds period, about 1300 AD was the height of it. And they got all these amazing artifacts to check out. So come out this way if you have a chance. But what I want to show you is their recreation of the local wattle and daub, using the small branches woven between the uprights and then covered over with the local clay soil. They tell me that in combination with this grass, the big blue stem grass was the original, but these grasses, the thatch on this would keep that building warm through the winter with just a little tiny fire, with these thick walls of wattle and daub, the clay keeping the wind out. They have another building outside there to do a recreation, and it gets hit by lightning or arson every few years, and they lack the budget to rebuild it right now, but they've got this lovely thing in here. Interestingly enough, they found they have trouble keeping the grass from rotting now that there's no longer a year-round smudge fire going to keep people warm or to keep the insects out. That grass rots without that smoke going through it, and eventually the whole thing falls down. But this one's inside, it's protected, so you can see what they do. This big pile of grass. Imagine they would have been really fearful of lightning or careless fire. But it sure seems a lot warmer than like a log cabin or a teepee. I just love finding stuff like this. This is Spiro Mounds in Oklahoma, just barely by the Arkansas border. And here's what the inside of that wattle and daub looks like. Just woven tiny branches that can be regrown or grow naturally down by the river in thickets. Really easy to harvest, easily woven up and plastered over to keep the wind out, which I imagine was a bit of a struggle in the winter here. But they show the trade. These conch shells from the coast of Florida ended up here.
The last reliable sighting of jaguar in Oklahoma was in 1923.
This is what those mounds look like out there. But you can see this is where the food and artifacts found here at Spiro came from all over the country, from Florida and from even Baja, Mexico. And that chain, that just because it's right on the rivers, it was a travel stop